Hello there, what's the story, what's the crack, how are you all keeping? This is the Panda Puncher, yes, Panda Puncher, and welcome back to Let's Play RimWorld Alpha 14. We are getting near the end. We are still waiting on those supplies that we need, but we are working towards obtaining them via selling shit. It's essentially what we're doing here. At the moment we are in craft mode. Still a bit of work to do on this large stone sculpture, but we already have a sculpture here that's worth 1700 on the market because it is a superior sculpture. So hopefully Serenity can fire out a few more of those, and we do need to get her working on a grand one because I think one big grand sculpture should definitely take us over the edge, especially if this one is of any sort of decent quality. So only a couple of... we should wait till she's done this and then check it out and say, as I said, work on the other bits and pieces. 50 work left. At least finish it, woman. Don't leave it with like 11 work or something. 2-1, nice. Now on this table we shall make grand sculptures. A lot of extra work involved, but I'm hoping this was a very good one as well. Please, fingers crossed. Superior, nice. This is called Seclusion number 0, and this carving bears a depiction of a coyote in a shirt of farmer. Okay. A bear in the lower part of the image seems to symbolize injury. The folksy style of the central scene clashes with the romantic depiction of the background. Yeah, it's a bit of a... I mean, at least it's... what, it's got a value of 1600, so that's well over 3000 from the 2 statues that she's forked out. We do have some uranium in here which we could sell as well. And Vlad here, he's working on some small ones. And the progress is 400 and something left in this. So I did notice that once I stopped the recording after the last episode, I finally got to see how many meals we have. We only have 200 and something meals. We do have 2500 something stored wood, but that's surprisingly small amount of food. So we're going to actually toggle on the power of these again and start cooking, or growing some stuff. We will keep the one healer root, but primarily everything here will be dedicated to food. Let's put rice in that one, and corn on this one. No, not cotton, corn. Maybe not corn, we'll do that. And then we'll do that as well. I just don't want to get into a situation, due to the fact we have quite a large number of mouths to feed, on top of having 3 animals now. I just don't want to get into a situation where we run out of food. It would be bad. We could go and hunt a few more things. What is Cisco at? Cisco, if you're not handling cook or hunt, we still have some animals designated, and to that effect we're going to actually look around and grab a few more animals. Hopefully we can grab that boar. This is forbidden, let's not forbid it. Hunt. Yeah, hunt that thing. That can be grabbed as well. So it can hunt. Didn't mean to hunt the rabbit because it is worthless, considering the cancel. Hare. Cancel that. There we go. Is there anything worthwhile grabbing down here? No, there is not. We do have to be careful because we are... the number of animals is dwindling, but the predators are still about. So that is... and there's a bear. We need to be careful of that too. Cisco could get caught out, and... you know, he is our next primary target, so technically speaking we shouldn't be sending him out hunting. Is there anybody else that's got good hunting now? I just want to think about it. It's a really silly risk to take. Serenity... you know what? You can do the hunting. You can not hunt ever. I know you were primarily cleaning, but Cisco can also clean. So, Setsuko, what kind of weapon do we have you with? We have you with a pistol. You could probably do with a bit of an upgrade. So Vlad, where are you? Vlad, drop SMG. Setsuko, I want you to equip the SMG. You should get in there pretty... Oh, I forgot that you had to go all the way around here. SMG should be... It's close range, lots of fire, so we should be able to kill the animals pretty easily. And Vlad, equip that before going to sleep. Another battery breakdown, but luckily we have a lot of components. When I say a lot, I mean we have 12 components. It's better than none. We did buy 40 components. We threw 30 into this. So if we ever get into a position where we need some more... not a lot of steel. I mean, I think that is the entirety of the steel we have on the map. There's no slag chunks to be found anywhere. We have used it all. Anytime there's a cargo pod drop, we smelt down the slag from that as soon as possible. And overall, we are quite resource starved at the minute, especially in this late period of the game. But luckily, steel-wise, our ship is complete. We just need plasteel and an AI persona core. That is the only things we need. Actually, if these batteries keep breaking down, we're going to be short of components again, but... yeah. Not good. Oh well. Just have to put up with it. And don't you have something to hunt? Yes, you do. So why aren't you hunting? Visiting grave. No, you're not visiting grave. Really? Restrict. Did we? No. Well, for one thing, that shouldn't be there. There we go. He's now finally doing what he's supposed to do. How much work is involved in these? Unfinished steel grand sculpture. Ah, crap. Okay, once she's finished that, we'll make sure that she doesn't use steel anymore, because we don't have that much of it. We did grab a few... We had a cargo pod that dropped and gave us some silver, which... Oh, a dog is pregnant. More mouths to feed. But then if the good thing, the only positive thing about having... two of them are pregnant. But having these extra animals about, so we can butcher them for food if needs be. It's kind of harsh, but I don't think it'll come to that. I hope. Sincerely hope. What are the bills here? Fine meal, simple meal, lavish meal. Lavish meal can go to hell. So we have 115 simple meals and 17 fine meals. That's fine. We can work with that. Cisco is now, we're arting, so he must have... Wonder how the animals are actually come along training wise. Ah, these have both been trained, so we only need him to be trained in hauling stuff, and they're both pregnant. So yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. How much has she got? Oh, she's powering through that quite. She's bound to be very good at art now. 18. That is ridiculous. I mean, because she has a small passion for it, she does your base level bonus for doing a skill whenever you have no passion for it whatsoever is 33%. One tick is 100% and learning speed. This level is what, 150 times, so it's good. So this should be another good sculpture, and it's a grand one, so I'm hoping it'll be worth quite a bit. If we can just get one that's worth a lot. Maybe we should have hung on to that jade and stuff we had earlier on, but we needed the money at the time, so it made sense to get rid of them. She must be... She works through this really quickly now as well, which is good to see. And Setsuko here is out mauling turkeys. See, that can be marked to hunt as well. Because at one point we had no room left for any sort of hay Hey, I just clicked on hay and that's what I said. We had no room left for any sort of food. That's why we ended up having this second storage. But as you can see, it's empty now. And we're in a period where nothing here is going to grow. So, yeah, that's kind of important to keep on tops of. Keep on tops of. And meds are perfect. 251 meds. So 600 working left on this. Again, these episodes are going to be a lot of babysitting. Unless something like a raid or something like that happens, majority of the episode is the babysitting. So it's as simple as. I know Cisco's using food to train these animals, but I mean, I'm okay with that. Don't be damaging the walls, you idiot. Come on, there we go, finish it off, and another turkey. Yeah, we're burning through that wood quickly. 143 meals. I'm thinking if the winter is as long as the winter needs to be, or should be, I should say, then we'll be fine. But with this many mouths to feed, if we start getting your toxic fallouts, your volcanic winters, your poison this, your anything along those lines, then we're going to be in a bit of bother. That's simple as it gets. This is the grand sculpture better than the large? I suppose time will tell. We've got extra greys put down. So that's a total of... Ugh, don't let me know. Should have assigned, like made a little separate section of just 5. Hoping that, you know, they wouldn't be filled, but our original 5 colonists would have been put in that. Surely Vlad has finished one of these by now. Poor small sculpture. Oh, we definitely have to take the rare thrombos. We need all the money we can get, so we're going to have to work on that somehow. So yeah, this is the 2 good superior statues that Serenity made. This is Vlad's first attempt. It's a beauty of 19, poor quality. It's called Red Mesa, and this sculpture bears an illustration of Cisco researching ship computer core alone at his bench. Cisco is sweating. The style is classical with amateurish yet attractive elements. A narwhal near the edge of the image seems to symbolize combat. This artwork relates to Cisco finishing research on the ship computer core in the 6th of winter 5499. So there you go. And that wasn't that long ago. Oh, where are these guys now? Jump to location. Is he come straight into the base? I think he is. Please head off all the traps. None of the traps so far. I want you to end. No. Can I not? Ugh, I can't tell you to fire at anything. Right, Garrick. Draft. Stand here quickly. And fire at him. Right, now I want you to run away. I thought the guns were going to get him more than that. Shit. Okay, may have accidentally made a mistake there. Come on over here. Ah, done. Nice. Garrick, you're free to go. And we can toggle off these guns. Whew. So, he's unforbidden. Where's the horn? Someone should grab that. There we go. See how handy it is having the dogs do this stuff? Apollo, I want you to prioritize butchering. Just get all these animals butchered. There we go. Where is the goddamn horn? Did we do all of that work and we don't have a thrombo horn? When I say all of that work, I mean nearly screw up. No, doesn't look like it. That is disappointing. That was the whole point. So what was the entire point? She's bound to have very little work left. Nice. And there isn't that much steel, so we're going to prevent her from using it again. But I'll be interested to see what she's created now with the grand sculpture. Bills, grand sculpture, details. Don't use steel or silver. Don't use wood either. You can use uranium if we ever had that much uranium, but other than that, work away. So where is she taking this one? Oh, that is a big one. It's superior, thank God for that. It's called shape number 3, and it's got a beauty of 280. And on this work, is an illustration of Miles O'Brien stalking a deer from afar as the deer eats. O'Brien is gripping her weapon tightly. The overall composition is triangular. The lower part of the image is dominated by a cliff. The image refers to O'Brien successfully hunt on the 6th of winter. I'm assuming there's something wrong with the dates here, because it's never been 5499. We've been here a couple of years, and it started in the year 500, so... Oh, forgot to look at... It is worth only 1300. Well, that's fair enough, I suppose. She's away. We probably would need to consider getting more blocks again. Did we suspend this? Let's unsuspend. Good man, Quark. If you're not smelting slags, I want you to do this. Animals, I want to actually get you training and hauling as well. Sure, why not? And this actually takes 7,000. Maybe she hasn't done a grand sculpture yet. Unless that is a grand sculpture. It is? Maybe because it's out of steel. Cisco and Mayumi have formed a bond. So if we go into Cisco now and see the benefit of that. Master 5. Absolutely brilliant. And he's probably going to bond it to a few others, which, if they all die, means Cisco's going to go absolutely insane. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Don't worry about it until it happens. And Garrick. Just that permanent little snip of scissors. You know Garrick's up and awake and doing stuff. So yeah, the food situation is looking a bit better again. Meal count is, I think, over the 200. And we have 2,300 of that. And we're growing food in here as well, along with a wee bit of healer, just in case something terrible happens. What is the health of everybody like, though? You've got a right toe torn off. You've got a bite scar. Stab scar and toe torn off. Cataracts. No injuries. Right ear shot off. No injuries. Right arm is cut off. And a bite scar. So Vlad only has one arm and he's arting. I mean, if I could spare the money, I would buy you a bionic arm or a prosthetic limb of some description. But we have a ship to launch. So that comes first. Sorry, buddy, but that's just the way life is at the minute. Deal with it. Oh, that's great seeing the dogs haul this stuff in. Absolutely great. So 7,000 work. She does get through it pretty quickly, but she might be getting through it quickly enough for my liking. Vlad, I mean, your artistic is 9, and it is going up. So hopefully, we're going to probably have to change the bill there. So you're going to hit a 10. So allow 0 to 10. Let's allow 8 to 14. And don't you use steel, or wood, or silver. Because we could accidentally have 400 silver lying about at some point, and him going making a crappy sculpture out of it, instead of, you know, not making a crappy sculpture. So Setsuko there is keeping the fort, I keep saying fort. So you are marked to be hunted. You aren't, so hunt you. Hunt you as well. And there's a couple of things still left down there. There's a bear roaming about, so... I mean, there's only a few days left in winter yet. So it shouldn't get too bad at this point. Hold on. Let's hunt all of them. And still no state slag floating about. That's unfortunate. I do like hunting these birds. think it's easy. Wait and you see now, he'll die to him. Keeps him something to do. Is that a dead animal? It is. I do like finding free dead animals. Cargo pods. Nice. What do they have? They have meat. Not that we needed it, but that'll do nicely. Not going to say no. It's a dead fox that we should probably claim. Permood. Cisco, really? I'm surprised. Probably a combination of hunger, the miles thing. Luxuriantly comfortable. That's because of the superior bed, which was probably built by Miles. As far as I mind, it would have been definitely built by Miles. So we have 2 more dogs on the way. We have statues being built. We have auto-saving going on. And out of the statues that we've got so far, this one has a value of 465. This is like 1300, so you're at 1700. This is like 1600. So you're over 3000. And then this one was 1700. So we probably need 1 or 2 of those decent quality ones. Again, to take us over the amount we would need to get the AI Persona Core if we ever get another exotic goods trader. But then you'd probably want another couple of thousand on top of that to get the, I think it's 360 or so plasteel that we need. We have a grand total of 140. We need 500. So yeah, 360. Which I'm thinking we will be able to achieve. That's a lot of work in that grand sculpture. I mean, maybe it's slower working on a stone block grand sculpture than it is a steel, but it seems that the stone block sculptures have inherently higher value, because this grand, superior grand sculpture that's made of steel is only worth 1300, and you've got this stone one that's 1700 and it's a smaller statue. Cisco, what is wrong with you now? Still the wife stuff. Worn out apparel, feeling bad, urgently hungry. See, you're trying to settle down again. You're rebuffed by Setsuko. I mean, Ad, come on. Oh, the pathfinding in this base is horrendous. Look at it. I mean, I suppose you should maybe quarter like along here, but I couldn't be arsed redesigning him at the minute. Ooh. She's Starbucks lover. What? What? 10 crafting. Just a blacksmith went. Lazy, psychically dull, optimist. These are all good traits. Psychically dull means they won't be affected by the psychic drone stuff. Optimist means, well, they're optimistic, permanent mood effect of +6. Incapable of all this stuff, but I really don't care. Rom, please go and capture. And we will definitely try to recruit this person, unless they're impossible, which would be kind of unfortunate. Does Starbuck have a double bed? Yes. This will improve Starbuck's mood. So, Stark, prisoner, you're 47. Get the best meds, chat and recruit. Stark and Starbuck. Yeah, don't warden so much as heal the fucker. Rom's asleep. Okay, what are her injuries actually? Didn't take a look at that. She could have something horrendously wrong with her. Blood loss minor, neck, gunshot, bite, scar, left leg. Moving, none. But then she'll get healed up. She'll be grand. She will be grand. It'll use up some of our proper meds, but I can work with that. Garrick is still working away at clothes. He's made the 404 pants, so he's on to Parker or something. Which is okay with me. Do we have any hats being made here? Make it took. Do 4 times as well. Do until you have 4. Yeah. Blacksmith is no longer incapable of walking, but she had a severe illness there. So is that an infection or something? No. Who was the severe illness? That was her. Never mind. She should be okay. Should be recruited relatively easy. And then we can get her working on some art as well. Again, it is very important that we get working on this art stuff. And that means we'll have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in our colony. And you know what that means? The more people you have in your colony, the more difficult the attack is. We've already had the poison ship. We've had sizable tribal attacks. We've had mechs drop in on top of us in the base. So it is something to be concerned about, to say the least. And she's up and walking about. That's good to see. Quark is still busy doing that, and she's slowly making her way through all of this stuff. I'm pretty sure Vlad is getting through his as well, but his work rate is probably quite diminished due to the fact that he only has one arm. One arm Vlad. So I'm hoping we can recruit her pretty quickly. And that's Setsuko out. Let's see Sasuko's opinion of Cisco. Ooh, plus 69. What does Cisco think of her? Where is it? Setsuko. 0. No opinion yet. Great friends with Apollo. Yeah, Apollo and Cisco getting on very, very well. Is that Raw might get in wood? Yes, it is. Yep. Couldn't read him as he was going that fast across the screen. Yeah, no traders so far. That is disappointing. Other than the wild thrumbos, there's not much else has really happened this episode. It's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, we'll keep ticking along here for another bit and see. Apollo is, well, biologically 54 years old, but he was in cryptosleep for nearly 3,000 years. That's a long time. I mean, a hell of a long time. It's about 3,000 years long. Wood stockpiles are back up in a nice healthy position. We were using it up, like all these torches that provide a bit of heat into the colony. They have to be refueled. See, fuel 14 of 20 for another 14 days. The fuel lasts a long time, but it still has to be fueled. And we were using the wood for all our bits and pieces like furniture and things like that. We could probably do with a bigger table. Could we get away with deconstructing that? I think we could. Deconstruct that as well. Create a bit of extra space in here. I am tempted by the billiards table, I'm not going to lie. Quark, you are taking a long time to deconstruct that. And then Starbuck just sits in front of you. Deconstruct that. Colonists are gathering to celebrate Rom and Serenity's marriage. Nice, and that'll be a good big mood boost to everyone, as long as they all attend. What is the two things down here? Unfinished granite grand sculpture, granite large sculpture. Why is Vlad? How about we don't? Details 14 to 20. Details 14 to 20. And here we go. Rom, in his second marriage in this colony, is getting married to Serenity. This is actually kind of cool. I like that. And they're now celebrating. Good big mood boost for everybody. Very well timed indeed. Very well timed. Because if you take a look at Cisco here. Look at that. Attended a wedding. Tons of joy. Couldn't have happened at a better time. Fantastic. It's a shame that Stark here hasn't joined the colony yet. She's missing out on a great party over here. Yeah. Nice. Everybody's eating. And back to work. And we have a new recruit. Nice. Oh, she's going to wear some clothes. Good for her. You are not great at shooting, but not terrible, so we'll equip you with a pistol. And you have a crafting of 10. Actually, what is your work? 1, 1, 1. That can all be a 3 for now. What's your art like? Your art is 4. That's pretty terrible. Tailoring is 10, but Garrick here would probably be pretty pissed if you were to infringe on his work. And to that effect, let's put your art 1 down and your tailoring 1 down. You might end up being idle, but I think it was a benefit. I mean, if we take a look at Starbuck here, needs 10 wedding, blah blah blah. Opinion of my lover Stark. So you can get reacquainted. Yeah, Starbuck and Stark. It's kind of a random little thing to happen. I've had like people's family members show up before, but I've never had them have like a lover or husband or wife or something show up. Where are you hauling? Oh, there's wood to haul. Probably hauling it all this big long way around. I would create a second entrance, but then what if somebody like that last tribal attack attacks from over here and they start breaking down that door instead of coming to our dedicated trap system? You don't have a bed. Ah, okay. Architect, structure, furniture, wooden bed, please. Let's actually make quite a few. Chunk of spacecraft has fallen. That should be some components. Not that we're desperate for them anymore, but it'd still be nice to have them. And who's our on construction now? There's quite a few people, so it should, these beds should get built pretty quickly. Didn't think we would be short of beds. It was handy that Stark arrived and bunked up with Starbuck here, but yeah. Somebody going to build these? That'd be great. There's Quark. Cargo pods. Jump and survival meals. Yeah, because we're short of them. There's more steel slag chunks though. Whoops, meant to mark them all. And yeah, we'll see what the quality of these beds are, and that'll probably do it for this episode. That's awful. Shoddy. Really wish Quark wasn't the one doing this. That is horrendous. You can deconstruct that. You can deconstruct that. Quark, why? Let's put your construction down. And probably gonna need to build another 2 to see what it's like. Starbuck, you made a poor bed. Ugh. Rom or somebody. Infestation. Where you in the hospital again? Are you serious? Ugh, don't have the time for this nonsense. Right, that's going to have to happen in the next episode. I'm going to wrap this up here. So yeah, go away. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.